Nacimento set it up so that I'll never get back up on my feet and be able to get my soul consciousness back and be able to escape the curse by basically destroying me down to where I was nothing more than my soul consciousness. And I saw it was written in the astral plane that anytime I try to build myself up past my soul consciousness, they're going to put me under complete curses. I'm going to say something right now. Me and my ancestors tore that evil-ass wetback motherfucking Puerto Rican out. Talking about ass. That ain't got nothing to do with my black ass. My ICE MAGA hat wearing ass. There's a reason why I'm pro-fucking MAGA and ICE. They set it up so that I can never build myself up. And every time I do, I get torn down. Alex Nacimento and Billy Baille, Baron Samedi, who from what I was shown, supposedly manipulated my God and every fucking... Because at one point he took control as I was a sacrifice. He rendered me... All that shit about he loves kids is bullshit. He rendered me a sacrifice at the age of 16, and I was a very studious student. And all I was guilty of is in his being intelligent, not being your typical so-called black. And that's because I have a white soul consciousness. I'm not going to apologize for it. One of my strongest past lives was Swedish. Kiss my motherfucking black ass. Now in a black body ass, you could go fuck off. And my connection to that past life and to that family in there is still fucking strong. As a matter of fact, I was listening to fucking Nordic music one night. Viking music. And I can feel shit putting me back together. That's my soul consciousness. It's white. I don't apologize for it. But I don't act like a stereotypical, white and a stereotypical. I'm myself. With that, and that nigga I heard at one point was trying to remove that, as well as my attraction for white men, which comes from that. Which he was trying to alter. Never mind that nigger was with fucking my mom Bridget, who was a white bitch. I don't like that bitch either. Who's been causing fucking problems. I talked about that in my book at the beginning of Astroworld. I talked about that. He's a major part of the problem here. I feel this motherfucker trying to tranquilize me right now. So anyways, he set it up for these evil motherfuckers, knowing that one of them wetbacks was racist, their higher self was racist towards black, and worked with Maria Santa Muerte to come and fuck with me. With that being said, I'm going to say this right now. After Alex Nacimento, this is what I was trying to say, reduce me down, because they fucking with my consciousness, they fucking with my inner body, making it hard for me to build back up. When they reduced me down using Alex Nacimento down, I'm going to tell you what his real name was. It was an L. Broman or Brahmin something when he was alive. Because I'm looking to end this fucking curse. This shit got to end. I refuse to live a life where I don't even feel like where I'm punished because you got evil motherfuckers like Billy Baille, Baron Samedi that want your spiritual powers. His higher self's name is Don Toliver. He look like the KFC man. I'm going to keep putting him out there. You're going to try to put my dad out there and, you know, just use 694 hertz, 649 hertz, because these spirits like to deceive me. Don't call them tricksters for nothing. Anyways, 322 hertz, 649 hertz. With that being said, I had Mexicans coming from this church down the street that were coming to help build my ass up. I didn't have anything against them people. You know, I didn't start wearing this until all that shit. They were trying to make me militant. You know, they were even putting fucking entity attachments, you know, in me, designed to punish me if I started telling the truth about my situation concerning Mexicans. You know, like trying to bully me in my own fucking consciousness, which is extended all out. Oh, we're going to punish you. We're going to fuck with you. You know, the minute I start, you know, like, for instance, looking at the situation with them people at this Botanica, they'll start, you know, objectively, they'll start fucking with me. You know, trying to bully my consciousness, and, you know, I'll even have that bitch's higher self come in and start fucking with me, what's supposed to be her higher self. I'm trying to figure out what's going on with that. You know, again, I know that these motherfuckers will marry your soul consciousness with somebody else's. I actually saw that with the woman in yellow. When I started going after her ass, I saw that the most vicious aspect of her was tied with that woman's higher self. Shit in me to keep me as a fucking sacrifice, man. And I just, hey, how you doing, sir? So anyways, with that being said, them people were putting me back together. They were putting me back together. So Alex Nacimento saw that, Billy Baille as well, Baron Samedi, and started putting entity attachments to hate Mexicans, to make me hate them. And that shit was highly effective. I remember during that time, Santa Muerte was trying to steer me from that path. She was actually, you know, they had some Mexican dudes at a computer shop that were very, very nice and, you know, fixed the second time around my cell phone, that is, for free. And them evil motherfuckers were just trying to bully me using entity attachments of them fucking people. You know, they like to put evil shit in your consciousness and then intimidate you in your, when you try to see objectively what's going on, by putting something in there that's gonna fuck with a major component of your consciousness or take it away. That's what was happening today with the so-called higher self of one of them women. You know, every time I would do videos like this where I tell the truth about how they'll mix other people's consciousnesses with yours and all of that, it's just, so anyways, with that being said, the usual store that I go to ran out of frankincense. You know, make a long story short, I ended up stuck in Santa Muerte's hell realm. From what I understand, she didn't want me there. And then supposedly it's a lot of lies being thrown around. The real one wanted it because she saw my ancestral money and shit. They were trying to tell me the same thing with Billy Baille. They wanted his shit. And, you know, I don't give a fuck about protecting no goddamn voodoo, especially when it's concerning my life on the fucking line. I'm about me and my family. And if you're fucking with me, I don't care what color there's a problem. And I'm not going to run no fucking agenda in your favor if you're fucking with me. My objective is to find the fucking truth and to help myself break free. And there's something not right. You know, going back to that August 22nd, 2022 timeline, I remember I went to the liquor store owner after fucking, it was Saint and Alex Nacimento that took me out. I remember having a dream about Saint too that night, so I don't know how true that is. And them saying, we don't know what's going on. I mean him saying that he got a call from somebody who sounded exactly like me. Through voicemail, a phone call from somebody who sounded This is pure fucking evil. This is pure fucking evil. They got a voice, a phone call from somebody sounding exactly like me, asking for help through static, which is a sign of a ghost. So something happened after August 21st or the 22nd. Something really fucked up happened, and I've been under heavy fucking curses ever since. I remember Tina Batera, she was a Cuban tarot reader, who was telling me you were supposed to have great blessings coming your fucking way. And that nigga obstructed it with this evil shit. I can't get that fucking whatchamacallit off my ass to save the life of me. You know, from what I understand, I'm not in the regular physical plane. So I've been seeing entity attachments of these people like early this morning. You know, Billy Baille took a lot of my consciousness the other fucking night. I mean, I'm expected to go through hell and squirm, and, you know, I've been playing frequency all day, 960 hertz, 690 hertz, and they've been trying to fuck with that. So I can't objectively see what the fuck is going on. I hear these evil-ass motherfuckers taunting me, talking about you're gonna need a new screwdriver, which connects to your identity and shit. You know, it goes back to infancy, and they'll even try pulling that and yanking that out. So this is some evil-ass shit. So anyways, from what I understand, Billy Baille, Baron Samedi, has a soul contract. You know, from what I understand, I died. And Mikey Hernandez and his uncle, Paul Arredondo, using that Dan R. Cienega entity, set it up. I can't even within my own fucking head, what's supposed to be my own, contact my higher selves. They'll manipulate it to where their God or something comes in. That's how fucked up it is. And I can feel it. Every night they're trying to block me from telling the fucking truth. I just want this evil shit gone, and I want all my shit back. You know, my poor spirit guide, that child I've been talking about, was going after them people while we were on the bus yesterday. I'd be in that situation. You know, going to get some frankincense because my usual store didn't sell it. That's how you keep Santa Muerte's ass off. So anyways, with that being said, Billy Baille set it up in the astral plane for me to lose that child consciousness. My original child consciousness, and end up with something that would make me feel dead. I believe it was that white German bitch working with them roach attachments that's connected to them wetbacks back in Miracle Mile that cursed me. That shit, they like to take every fucking thing off your consciousness and just tear you apart. And that child kept feeling like she had to connect to it, because otherwise we go back to being so-called and tranquil. and she can't properly get our shit back, you know, as well as with my ancestors. I've seen different, so I keep, you know, and plus being kept out of that August 21st, 22nd, 2022 timeline. Something ain't right. You know, I remember at one point, you know, when I tried to, you know, take all them videos down, revealing Baron Samedi, Billy Baile's name and all of that, you know, this motherfucker came back, you know, putting me under his guard, blocking me from being able to contact, you know, a fair God by putting me under that demon, Don Toliver and all that shit. So I can't get my shit back. And put me under severe fucking curses. He was giving all my child consciousness to Ingrid Hibert, his real self. And I'm like, do you not understand why I put your name out there? Look at what was done to me. I had my consciousness getting taken out of my body every single night, going through hell, and there's person that's occupying my body going back to that August 21st, 22nd, 2022 timeline that's siphoning off all my blessings and shit that I deserve. And I'm not supposed to fuck you. You got me fucked up, nigger. You black piece of shit. That's some evil fucking shit to put up with, to be made, to be blamed by the very motherfuckers that's, I want to kill him. I'm going to say this right now. If he's part of your bloodline like he is with me, this nigger will fuck with you. If you have strong spiritual abilities and powers, nothing but untimely deaths. I saw one day when, you know, the people who I thought worked at that strip club, I was told she either owned it or worked at one of the people, the wetbacks that cursed me, were there. Sam's Bro House. You know, all I'm trying to do is sort through what the fucking truth is. And I've been threatened and told, you know, if I write anything about this shit on my fucking blog, Billy Baile's going to give these people permission to steal from me. And it's... So anyways, he's been working overtime. I can't even think in my own fucking head. I get intimidated. I get told, you ain't going to get your child consciousness back. You're going to lose it forever. All sorts of evil ass shit. You know, they want you close to your consciousness so shit could break in your inner body and shit could get fucked up. Now I feel fucking Billy Baille trying to fuck with my dad right now. That's an evil motherfucker. Fucking with my goddamn dad. My dad's a hard-working fucking man. A good fucking man. This is enough to piss any fucking body off. Getting fucked with and harassed by all this evil ass shit. So with that being said, I'm going to try to get this evil shit out today and just play frequency. You know, that's why I'm a big believer. One of my past lives was the most recent one, Vietnamese in my past life. I have a, you know, I agree because I see things objectively with the Asian way of seeing things. If I don't work with or deal with the primordial light or the primordial darkness, I don't believe in fucking with middlemen. Baron Samedi, Billy Baille is a middleman. Santa Muerte is a tulpa. You know, you can work with your spirit guides. That's your allies. I don't call them gods. Those are allies or foes. I don't believe in being under anything outside of God or Satan. That's the infinite primordial darkness. That's my belief system. So to wrap it up, this nigger has been trying to separate me from that child consciousness. He's the catharsis for all of this shit. Like I say, had no problems with Santa Muerte. She was helping me out at one point, because she saw how serious the issue was. This evil motherfucker. And they try to intimidate me by, you know, having wetbacks come in, you know, fucking with my consciousness, talking about, yeah, so what, and calling me a nigga and all this other shit. And the she-boom, the minute I tell the objective truth. I'm not really concerned about what other motherfuckers think. It's like they fuck with your ego and they try to get you caught up on, I don't care what another motherfucker thinks. I just want the fucking truth. And Billy Baille and them fucking roach attachments and trying to obfuscate that shit, as well as these evil ass people, crackers and fucking wetbacks that put this shit on me. So with that being said, I couldn't get my regular frankincense from some really, really good people who are Islamic. You know, I've been playing rupiahs to help me out. So that being said, he tried to influence me, and actually did, to go to a nice black lady, very, very nice black lady, right up the street on I believe it's Main or Maple or something. Right up the street, very, very nice black lady. And she said that her spirits told me to give me the frankincense for free. I was told and warned that nigga, his plans were to try to remove that child consciousness as much as possible. You know, take away the intelligent part, the spirit guide part, and leave me with nothing that would help me out. And so I instinctively threw it away. That shit would have been a curse on that lady, and I didn't want that shit to fall on that lady. So I started digging, and these roach attachments start fucking with my goddamn head. They will tell the truth, but they start fucking with your goddamn head. And it's like, stop obfuscating. You know, something gets into the inner workings of your consciousness, your energy, and they can screw with it and fuck with it. And when these things started to become more invasive in me, you know, I could feel my connection, as much as I try to hang on to it, to perception. I feel something moving shit around right now, man. Stop. To perception, to the truth, my connection to source, to intuition, get fucked with. And they have removed that shit and given it to other fuck. So I saw instinctively he was going to use that to get rid of that fucking child and keep me trapped in hell realms. And ostensibly liberate me, but really pull me and my father into hell realms. So I started scouring online to try to find another place where I could get my shit from. Get out! Every time you get influenced to do something, they'll say, that's Baron Samedi. That, like, your consciousness shouldn't get torn like that. The minute I just think about something within my body and I have an intrusive thought where I see something break, did these roach attachments, all this evil shit, Baron Samedi, Billy Baille, something got to be done about him. Something got to go. And I'm going to say this right now. In another timeline, I've actually had her visit through astral projection before, where I'm half wetback, half black. Them motherfuckers. Billy Baille was in charge of my timelines, my life. My physical, material life was hell. You know, I had Hekate, which I'm supposed to be the successor to around me. You know, thank goodness for some of the white energy, I hate to say it, and some of the good black energy, the Christian energy, the buttress that. Again, you deal with the divine light, the source, or you deal with the divine darkness. That's why them people in Haiti, they don't call it Haiti for nothing, or hateful motherfuckers. And they can give them wetback demons a fucking run for their money in terms of evil. But I don't think they're as evil as theirs. But anyways, because they come direct from evil spirits, as I've seen. I'm just, like I said, I tell the truth. I don't give a fuck how you feel. With that being said, this damn RCM dance, she gotta go. This is an evil motherfucker. It likes to go around, eat people's astral body parts and push people out their bodies. I'm just going to tell the truth. And these motherfuckers will intimidate me by telling me people hear that and they're going to get scared and, oh, you shut the fuck up. You know, I find that using 5429 hertz as well as 5249 hertz works on them. He also kept connecting to Mikey Hernandez's Raziel, whose name is Elizondo Hernan or Cunan. And that's how he kept being able to get back in. He keeps attaching to like really powerful entities, like saints and all of that to get in. I can't stand this shit. They're tearing apart of my consciousness right now. You know, that shit, you shouldn't be, you know, I had one little Mexican kid, his higher self once come to me. Cute. I had a bunch of kids try to help at the beginning of this shit when I first came around here. Say to me, you ain't supposed to be feeling that shit. That shit shouldn't be exteriorized. But they exteriorize it so you go through fucking pain and torture to feed that roach attachments. I remember when these evil motherfuckers dropped it on me. So with that being said, I remember when Billy Baille had me under a curse, he woke me out of my consciousness. The other night, Billy Baille took out a lot of my consciousness, that child consciousness out. Energy signature, soul consciousness, every fuck. I hate that nigga. I hate him with a fucking passion. And he was planning on fucking with it that night as well. He keeps fucking with it. That's why I tell the truth about him. So with that being said, I went online to try to find another place, and there was one place that was close, but it had a lot of Santa Muerte energy. I got the frankincense. I was told by some of them road spirits that, you know, it wouldn't stay. And so I went over there, and next thing I know, I bring it back with me, and her energy is heavy. And she couldn't get in to lay claim to me as a sacrifice by all of these evil-ass fucking people. And I'm trying to figure out what Billy Baille has to do with it. But they set me up. But all night, that child consciousness kept getting ripped out, pulled out. You know, like I say, I don't have any inner spiritual protection except ancestors, which, just like a long time ago when I was under that nigga as a sacrifice, Billy Baille, Baron Samedi, they got torn right out, my consciousness. Alex Nacimento did the same thing. Say this right now, when I was young, I was told that Billy Baille, Baron Samedi put me in the shopping cart to set me up as being destined for being under curses. When your timeline starts with you in the shopping cart, that means you're destined for poverty and homelessness. I hate him with a passion. That's why I want to destroy him. You know, I had some of them voodoo lowers coming to me as entity attachments to suppress. I don't want to hear him. He needs to go. I'm going to keep saying his name. Now that I think about it, it pisses me off more and more and more. Him and his higher self, Don Toliver. You know, there's no excuse for that. Don't be doing that shit to people. You know, I remember there was a song I used to listen to from American Idol, you know, that was called I Could. And I couldn't find that song again. And I tried listening to it when I was on my way from New Orleans to Massachusetts, Worcester, during Hurricane Katrina back in 2005. And I was later told that that was a timeline that got taken away from me where I would have become a television presenter. I was supposed to do big things because of my fake looks at the time. when I got to Miracle Mile. I'll say this too as well. Billy Baille put me in an armored truck so I couldn't see what was going on. But I was supposed to do great things in Miracle Mile. You know, look at how I looked at the time, and I was still articulate, intelligent. You know, the best I could do was cop wash it. And I was even told that nigga was giving away my fucking blessings and shit like candy. You know, he set people up from Xavier prepping my timelines to take all my shit, all my blessings. Him putting Mr. Pescio, who was the principal of that high school, very, very sweet, nice man. You know, it's supposed to be Oscar de la Renta. Mr. Pescio in there, and you know, I'm just gonna say it. When the Mexicans came around, I actually got my free thought back. You know, I got a soul piece of mine back thanks to Beelzebub. And he's been trying to fuck with Beelzebub. That's him fucking with that shit right now. It's Billy Baille keeping me trapped. Beelzebub was trying to help my ass out. I give thanks to him, and like I said, if it wasn't for Satan, I never would have did those reality shows. He's the person that you go to. Billy Baille was trying to do it by siphoning off my blessings and giving it out to people in Hollywood. And also taking my successorship at Hekate. He was trying to be that, but he ain't no Satan. If it wasn't for Satan, I wouldn't have done those shows. And he don't require you to be doing no blood sacrifice. I think there's more Luciferians, like the Rosicrucians, from what I've heard. You know, Beelzebub was cool. He was really fucking cool. You know, he helped me get my soul peace back, but then Alex Nacimento got a hold of my shit and started fucking with it. You know, and set it up for them fucking wetbacks who put this shit on me to keep me under heavy fucking curses. You know, Beelzebub in his own way was trying to make things as, you know, good as possible. He's also another one to go to for Hollywood. You know, I stay caping for him. I stay caping for the Orozco issue. That's your inner power. These roach attachments gotta fucking go. Because the minute I just say something or think about something, I get an intrusive thought, you know, something thought in my head and it fucks up something. And I'm being told by these unfair spirit guys, even before that child Topa took charge, that not to think that, not to do that. And it's like you can't control that. That's intrusive thoughts. I have unreasonable spiritual management. None of it's trying to work with me. And like I say, I actually had to get Goddess Kali on them. All of my the highest fucking selves were actually getting paid to look the other way. Because they were, I think, mixed with that being a bitch or something that put this shit on me. I saw her yesterday. I kept seeing a woman with glasses. I wonder if she works at this shop here. I don't know what's going on. Pull up to fuck with you to keep you on the heavy curses. I know I saw this motherfucker over here on Pico. Some leave my inner body and consciousness. Anyways, with that being said, I'm just going to say it like this. I need a lot of spiritual help, a lot of spiritual help. You know, I'm going to say this right now. Billy Baille, Baron Samedi is not the business. He don't have my best interest at heart. He was trying to hurt me as much as he can. He was fucking with one of the Orozco demons. He's fucking with Beelzebub and them. It's not. You know, I'm going to say something right now. Some of the highest selves of some of these people I've heard actually saw what was going on. And some of them actually cried. They saw me getting tormented and being stuck, not only in my head, but objectively in hell realms. Meanwhile, all of my spiritual gifts, everything is being unfairly, without my permission, funneled to somebody in another timeline, somebody who took over my body, killed my parents in their sleep, and we're supposed to get punished for this. I remember at the beginning seeing that nigga Baron Samedi grinning at in a very fucked up part of my old childhood home. Like, I'm gonna get you. And I even wrote articles, and I'm gonna show you below about how he wanted me as a sacrifice. That's why when they say, oh, he wants you to, as soon as I saw that lady and her ancestors trying to woke that child out with his directions, I say, nah. I threw that shit right on the fucking lawn. I'd rather deal with Santa Muerte any fucking day of the week, you know, as a sacrifice, but not really. It's all due to Billy Baille. It's all due to him. So I'm just going to say, man, I need spiritual help. Thank you. So, to talk about the extremity of the situation, when I went to the real Billy Baille, Baron Samedi, you know, I was shown in the astral plane, you know, I was being tied in his consciousness in the hell realm where I was being tortured and tormented. With that being said, that's what I don't do no story shit. And fed off on. You know, I'm having my spiritual powers taken away like he did after Alex Nacimento reduced me to being nothing more than my soul consciousness. But with that being said, I remember the other day when we went to him, he would act good and act like he was putting everything back. And then when I would agree to take down the videos with his real name, start tormenting me. And on top of that, let me try to get my thoughts together. He's been, you know, tearing apart my child consciousness and everything. He's been working with that evil-ass Ingrid Hibert motherfucker, or Sincere Pugliese. He was giving her consciousness, my child consciousness, to her the other day, to reduce my child consciousness to being dead. And them motherfuckers even tried to set it up to where they exchanged a dead consciousness, which makes it easier for me to be taken out of my body, with my original. Santa Muerte is involved. The way she operates is she sends. Look, I found the real one many, many months ago. And with that being said, the way you all you have to do is unplug her because she's a topa. You can also use 6666 hertz as well as 2160 hertz on her. Plus 432 for our transmutation. And also black tourmaline and frankincense, but it has to be the right one, works on her as well. With that being said, to destroy her, she sends her followers to help you out. That's what she's doing with them people here. 8704 Broadway Street in out here in South Central. So remove her followers, remove her fanzine.